शङ्करांश भूम शङ्करार्यपीठसद्गुरुन् शुद्धसत्त्वभासुरान् सुवर्त्मनीतभूसुरान् सर्वभूतसौख्यदान् क्षमाकरान् यतीश्वरान्।
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शंकराचार्य मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रीहरिं परमानन्दम् उपदेष्टारमीश्वरं व्यापकं सर्वलोकानां कारणं तं नमाम्यहम्। अपरोक्षानुभूतिर्वै प्रोच्यते मोक्षसिद्धये सद्भिरेव प्रयत्नेन वीक्षणीया मुहुर्मुहुः। So we are discussing the topic of prarabdha karma. Here in this text, it has been very clearly stated by reasoning that the concept of prarabdha karma is not the ultimate reality in Advaita Vedanta. It is not to be seen as a real topic, a real topic in Advaita Vedanta. It is there only to answer certain questions of certain adhikaris, but in the ultimate standpoint, this prarabdha karma topic is not at all real in Advaita Vedanta. So that's been stated. That's that's being discussed here. So here in the 97th shloka that we saw last time, dehasyapi prapanchatvat prarabdha avasthiti kutaha ajnani jana bodhartham prarabdham bhakti vai shrutihi. So since the body is also attend to the world, and the world is admitted to be a superimposition due to Maya or avidya. So when that avidya is gone, the superimposition, that world reality is also gone. So the body reality is also gone, and it is realized that the body also did not exist in all three periods of time. Just like the superimposed snake, upon realization that the real object there is the rope only, the realization now is the snake did not exist in the rope. Before I got the snake illusion, during the snake illusion also, the snake did not exist in the locus called rope. And after the illusion has gone, definitely the snake will not exist in this locus. The snake can exist in some other locus, but that not in the locus that is the rope. So that is the realization. So in the same way, the body mind complex, that is a person who is called a jiva, that jiva himself did not exist in all three periods of time. So where is the question of karma, and where is the question of accumulation of karma, and where is the question of sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, and agami karma? The distinction also is not valid at all in the ultimate standpoint. That's what is stated in this sloka. So in next sloka, 98.1, the Acharya is citing the very famous Mundaka-Upanishad passage, which clearly says that that upon realization, all karmas are rendered ineffective to give a further birth or continue the samsara, perpetuate the samsara. That is not possible in the sense when the avidya that is gone, the karma that was earned because of the basic avidya, in the Upanishads, the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad especially, a sequence has been stated: avidya, kama, and karma. Avidya is the one which is enveloping the jiva's discriminative faculties, and as a result of that, the jiva is not able to realize that his true swarupa is Brahman or pure Atman. As a result of that, he has taken the body idea to be real, and because of that, that is the avidya. So because of the taking upon himself the body idea, definitely he sees himself as a finite entity, and at the same time, because of his Brahma Vasana, he wants to be infinite. So he doesn't know how to attain that because of the avidya. So what he does is he thinks that since he is finite, there are so many things outside the world. So whatever information he is getting about the world, other world, and also through the Shastram and all that, he thinks that he can do this or that karma and gain so many things from the outside world and make himself happier. So because of that, he engages in Kama is this desire to become great or become more equipped and all that. But so he does karma in order to fulfill those desires. So avidya, kama, and karma, there is a sequence. So when the avidya, there is the basics of this sequence, is gone, kama and karma also goes. So there is no question of the jiva being a karta at all. So he realizes he was not a karta at all. He is not a karta at all at any time. As a result of that, he is not a bhokta at all at any time. So here, this sloka says, this mantra of the Mundaka Upanishad says, Kshiyan vidyate hridya grantihi chidyante sarvasamshayaha Kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. That is the full version of the mantra. The Acharya is going to explain that in the commentary. So here in the sloka, only the second line is taken. Kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare bahutvam tan nishedhartam shrutya geetam cha yes putam. So the Acharya very smartly takes the Bhagavad Padas, very smartly sees certain words in that mantra and says that because of this because of this number, singular, plural, that number is there now in Sanskrit. In other languages also it is there, but in Sanskrit there are three numbers are there: singular, dual, and plural. Some people have said that in German or some other languages also, European languages also, there's three three number system is there. I don't know that really, but in English it's not there. So here and in any other Indian language also it's not there. But in Sanskrit that singular, dual, and plural, that is there. So here the Acharya says plays with the grammatical aspect of this mantra and says that since the mantra is using the word karmani, which is the plural, it is very clear that none of the types of categories of karma can exist after realization. That's the message of this mantra. This sloka. Kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. So, asya means this aspirant. The moment the aspirant realizes his true self as non-different from Brahman, which is asamsari at all times, then the tasmin drishte paravare. Drishte is that realization. Paravara is actually that Brahman, which is appearing in the world both as para and avara. See, avara is that which is unmanifest, and para is that is manifest. Or para is the supreme Brahman, and avara is everything below Brahman. That is Maya's effects, and all that are below Brahman. So the Brahman, which is both para and avara, when that Brahman is realized, then at that very moment, Kshiyante chasya karmani, vidyate hridya granthi. That is the first result. The immediate result of having this sakshatkara is ajnana goes. Vidyate hridya granthi. Hridya granthi is what is ajnana. So that goes. And as a result, the products of ajnana also goes. So this Kshiyante chasya karmani, all his karmas also become extinct. Bahutvam tan nishedhartam shrutya geetam chas yatsputam. So Acharya says here, Bahutvam is Bahuvachana. That is the karmani, karmani. That is the way the number three numbers are stated. Karma is it is karman shabda. Karma is napumskalinga ekavachanam. Karmani is dvivachanam, and karmani is bahuvachanam. So here the Shruti has used bahuvachanam here. What that signifies is it wants to say that all the types of karma, that is sanchita, agami, and prarabdha, all three types of karma come to an end. In a sense, they get extinguished. That is the idea. So bahutvam tan nishedhartam. Nishedhartam means tat nishedhartam means the prarabdha nishedhartam. Shrutya geetam cha yatsputam. So including prarabdha, all karmas are extinguished. That is the idea. So that is why Shruti is also using the plural number, not the dual number. If the dual number was intended, was stated, then the Shruti would have intended to exclude the prarabdha karma and mention that only the sanchita karma and the agami karma will be extinguished, but not the prarabdha karma, which had to be experienced by the jnani jiva and exhausted, and then after that only he will be getting the final videha mukti. So here, after saying that, when we see the commentary, we get some more clarity on this. Kim tarhi jnani bodhartam bhakti shrutihi iti uchyate. So here, in the previous sloka, it was said, Ajnani jana bodhartham prarabdham bhakti by Shruti. The prarabdham, the concept of prarabdha is spoken of by the Shruti only with a view to answer some questions that the Ajnanis might have. But then in the case of Jnanis, such questions will not be there. So the actual state, the real state of affairs has to be shown. That's why this sloka says, the Acharya now asks the question, Kim tarhi jnani bodhartham bhakti. So what is the special thing that, what is the other information which is what is more important here in this context, which is being spoken of by the Shruti. Kshiyante. So now he is giving the whole mantra. Vidyate hridaya grantihi chidyante sarva samshayaha kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare iti Shrutya. So here is explaining the meaning of the mantra. Karmani iti bahutvam yat sputam gatim gitam tat tannishedhartham prarabdham prarabdha bhava pratipadanartham anyatha sanchita kriyamana apekshaya karmani iti vitvam gyayam. So here the meaning of the Shruti is, as I said already, vidyate hridaya grantihi. Hridaya granti is actually a knot, K-N-O-T, knot. So when this, whenever you speak of a knot, we have two entities there. Two things have come into a knot. At least even if one thread is there, two ends of that thread are there. So amshataha, we can say duality is there. So amshataha, that knot has happened. So vidyate means this knot becomes broken. So that is the idea here. Vidyate hridaya grantihi. Hridaya granti means hridaya is the one which is the heart. It's actually not the physical heart, but then the mind. So there, in the mind, the chit and achit, they have got entangled. That is, chit is pure consciousness, achit is jada. So that chit and jada, chit jada granti, there's also a statement, a word used for this. Hridaya granti, chit jada granti is also a term used in the Shastra. So chit and jada both have come together, and they have entangled in such a way that it's extremely difficult to separate them. So what can separate them is only jnanam. So here, this is also again the theme of Bhagavad-pada Adhyasa Bhashya. In the opening sentence itself, he says that chit is chit, jadam is jadam. They can never be together. They can never be together. They can never come together at all, logically. But then yet they have come together and formed this samsara, and that is the problem. So here, and to give a solution to that problem alone, the Upanishads have started their discourse. So here the Acharya says, Karmani iti bahutvam yate sputam. In the shloka, in the mantra, Karmani is the word, that is the bahutvam, that is bahutsanam. The plural is used here. Yet sputam, very clear, that's very clear. Gita means it has been stated, that is the nishedhartham, prarabdha bhava pratipadanartham. Wanted to show that the prarabdha karma is also not there. Wanted to show that the Upanishad is using the plural. So the three types of karma, sanchita, agami, and prarabdha. Sanchita karma is the one which a person has accumulated over all the births, by whether it could be punyam or papam, whatever. Sanchita karma is that. Sanchita means actually accumulated. Then prarabdha karma is the one which is a part of sanchita karma, which has started giving fruit. So actually sanchita karma alone becomes prarabdha karma when the right time arises. So, but then the whole of the sanchita karma will not start giving the fruit at the same time, because the karma itself has been accumulated over several births. So the fruit also has to be experienced across several births. But then what is happening is, unfortunately, in every birth, the jiva is accumulating some more karma also. So it's not that he is exhausting the prarabdha karma, exhausting the sanchita karma whenever as and when it gets converted into prarabdha karma. But unfortunately, he is accumulating more and more karma also. So that load is also increasing always. And agami karma is one that is performed by the jnani after the realization. So in respect of the jnani, that is the way. But then in respect of others, what happens is, the prarabdha sanchita karma is the one which has accumulated and it's in stock before his taking this birth. The moment he takes this birth, and the purpose of taking this, giving this birth by Prakriti or Bhagavan is only to exhaust, to experience a part of the Sanchita karma. So a part of the Sanchita karma now gives him a birth and determines that he has to live for about 80 years or 100 years or die in 20s or 30s or whatever. So that is also predestined, and whatever sukham and dukkham he has to experience according as per his earlier karma in this birth, that is also destined. So he experiences all that, and the time comes when the prarabdha karma, the prarabdha karma portion, the sanchita karma portion that has become prarabdha karma in this birth, when that is exhausted, the life also comes to an end, and he takes another birth, and another part of the sanchita karma becomes prarabdha karma then. So that's how it happens. So the agami karma is the jivas performing new karma in this birth. Even if he is not a jnani, the term agami karma will apply to him also. So it has to be distinguished from sanchita karma. Sanchita karma is the one which is accumulated in previous births, and the prarabdha karma is the one which has the portion of the sanchita karma which has started giving him fruits, the phalam, and agami karma is the one which is performing now, which should start accumulating to the sanchita karma. So that is how it is. So in the case of the jnani, the sanchita karma in normal terms, that is accepting prarabdha karma concept. In the case of the jnani, when this realization of the self happens, the sanchita karma, the entire lot of sanchita karma which has not started giving the fruit, that will be completely, totally exhausted or extinguished. That is why he will not get another birth. New birth will not be there. So this birth is already there. So this birth is the one which has been given by the prarabdha portion of that sanchita karma, that will have to be exhausted only by experiencing, and it won't be exhausted by jnanam. Jnanam does not have the power to extinguish that prarabdha karma. That is how the main general Vedantic teaching is. And agami karma, in the case of the jnani, will be there. The body-mind complex will perform certain karmas, and those karmas also will be with a view to enable the experience of the prarabdha karma. See, supposing the jnani is having a punya prarabdha karma, and which will give him a lot of bhoga, like being in a very rich family or experiencing a lot of riches and very luxurious life, very comfortable life and all that, then even that experience will have to involve some karma, like his maybe he's going on a world tour or something like that, or building a very huge house for himself to live, things like that. So these things also will involve karma, but then these karmas will not add to this sanchita karma, because now he is doing this karma as a akarta abhokta. So this agency is not there. That is cut off because of this jnanam. So the body-mind complex will be doing it, but then it will not get because since there is no doer really, this it will not accumulate as a karma at all, because it is non-karma. It is no karma at all really from his point of view. Anyway, so here in this commentary, the Acharya says prarabdha abhava pratipadanartham, with a view to establish on very firm grounds that prarabdha is not there really. The Shruti itself is using the plural to include the prarabdha karma also. Anyatha sanchita kriyamana apekshaya karmani iti dvitvam geyam. If the Shruti had intended to retain the prarabdha karma, it would have used only the dual number karmani. So karma, karmani, karmani. Karmani is the dual number. Karmani means two types of karma, that is sanchita karma and agami karma. It would have used that dual number for that. But then since it's using the plural number, the intention of the Shruti is very, very clear, unambiguous, that it is including the prarabdha karma also as that which gets extinguished. Tata na gitam. That is, it has not used the dual number. Ataha, therefore, Brahmatma Sakshatkarat Chijjata Granthi Bhedena Sanchita Kriyamana Prarabdhakhya Trivida Karma Kshayante Paramapurushartham Jnani Bodhartham Shrutihi Bhakti iti Bhavaha. So now here he is giving a brief explanation to the mantra. Brahma Sakshatkarat, that is called Tasmin Drishte Paravare. Paravaram is that Brahman. Tasmin Drishte means when that Brahman is seen, but it's actually not seen by eyes, but then it is realized. So, Sakshatkarat, Chijjala Granthi Bhede. So, he is using the word, Shruti has used the Hridaya Granthi, but he is using the word Chijjala Granthi. That means Chit is consciousness, Jada is inert. So, these two have come together in a very, very erroneous manner. They have come together, but that is causing all the samsara for the jiva who is having that identification with that. So, Chijjala Granthi Bhedena, Sanchita Kriyamana Prarabdhakya. So, Sanchita is the accumulated karma, Kriyamana is the Agami karma, Prarabdha is the one which has started giving the fruits. So, Sanchita Kriyamana Prarabdhakya. Akya means named. These are the three names to these three types of karma. Trivida karma kshayante, when all the three karmas become extinguished, Paramapurushartham is a moksha, that is called moksha. Jnani bodhartham shruti vibhakti iti bhavaha. So, in order to teach the jnani, of course, the jnani doesn't need any teaching at this stage, but it is only what he means is that regarding the jnani, we have to understand this way. So, jnani bodhartham shruti vibhakti iti bhavaha. So, this shloka is Kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare bahutvam tannishedhartham shrutya geetam cha yatsputam. So, now moving on to the 99th shloka, next one. Uchyate agner bala chaitat tada anartha vedantavata hanancha yato jnanamiti shrudihi. So, uchyate agnehi balat cha etat tada ajnana tada anarthadvayam agataha, the dvayagamaha. If the ignorant people, what they are doing is they are asserting that there is prarabdha. So that's what he is now refuting, and he is censuring that also. So the ajnanis, that is people who are not fully informed, they are not correctly informed of about the purport of the Shruti. With their half-baked knowledge, they try to make so many efforts to establish the idea of prarabdha. But then when that happens, two defects come up, which can't be avoided. What those defects are, he will be saying in the next. He is saying in the next line, Vedanta Mata Hanam Cha. So the Vedanta Mata is the ultimate purport of the true purport of the Vedanta will be compromised when the prarabdha is so vociferously established by the ignorant ones. The true purport of the Vedanta will be subdued. It will not come to the fore at all. Yataha jnanamiti shrutihi. So the Shruti which speaks about the jnanam, that also will be compromised. So that is the shloka. But then for that, the clarity will get in the commentary. Mukta Vaiparitye Badakamaha Uchyatehi. So what was stated in the 98th shloka, that is the true purport of the ultimate, true absolute purport of the Shruti, that prarabdha is also not there. If someone is going to argue against that, then there is a problem. So, Ukta Vaiparitya Badakamaha Uchyatehi. Etat prarabdham agnehi shruti tatparya anabhignehi. So, this prarabdha is being put forth, the idea of the prarabdha is being put forth by ignorant ones. Who are there? They are shruti tatparya anabhignehi. They are unaware of the absolute purport of the Shruti. They are wrongly concluded that this is the purport of the Shruti, but they are wrong. So, shruti tatparya anabhignehi, balat, with force, aviveka samarthyad, that's what he said. What that force is, they are only exhibiting their ignorance. Aviveka samarthyad cha uchyate yatharthataya pratipadyate. So what they are saying, what they are doing is they are trying to establish prarabdham as the true purport of the Shruti. Yatharthataya pratipadyate. Chakarat advayatmanam na pashyanti. So uchyate agnehi balat cha. What that cha means is advayam atmanam na pashyanti. They do not have the realization of the non-dual Atman. if they had had the real knowledge of the non-dual Atman, they would not have put forth they would not have tried to establish this concept of Prarabdha. So they are ignorant with regard to the Brahman also, and they are ignorant with regard to the Shruti Tatparim also. So two-way ignorance, two type of ignorance is there for them. Then Chakarat Advaya Atmanam na pashyati. Tada Anartha Dvaya Agamaha Dosha Dvaya Praptihi. So Anartha Dvaya Agamaha, two types of defects will come up, will start showing up. What they are, he is going to explain that. Then Tatra Prarabdha Rupasya Dvaitasya Angikare Anirmoksha Prasangaha Eko Doshaha. The first dosha is, or the defect is, the moksha will not happen at all, because moksha is a condition of non-duality. Pure Advaitam is moksha. There cannot be anything other than Brahman. That's what is moksha in this Vedanta. Whereas if someone were to say that this Prarabdha is a real thing and it has to be experienced and exhausted and things like that, then what happens is there will be on the one hand, there will be Brahman. This person would have realized Brahman, and on the other hand, he will have this Prarabdha also clinging on to it. So, because he has concluded that is also real as Brahman. So, what happens is Anirmoksha Prasangaha. So, this moksha will not happen to this jiva, to this aspirant, because he is holding on to this idea of Prarabdha karma also, along with, he doesn't want to give up Brahman, but then he doesn't want to give up Prarabdha either. So both he wants to maintain, but that is not possible, because moksha will not ensue if Prarabdha also is there as a second entity. So that is the idea. Anirmoksha Prasangaha Eko Dosha. Moksha bhave jnana sampradaya uchcheda rupaha dvitiyo doshaha iti. So when this moksha is not there, that is when he has not realized the Atman at all, then he will not be, then there will not be anybody to perpetuate this Brahma Jnanam, that is this parampara, the Atma Jnana parampara, which has to come down as a teaching by a realized soul and received by a aspirant, and he becomes a realized soul, and then he starts teaching it to others. So this parampara will not be there, because so no one has become a jnani at all, first of all, because this Prarabdha karma has been taken to be there as a second entity, which is detriment to the moksha at all. So that is the idea. So the Advaita moksha, non-dual moksha will not be possible if Prarabdha karma is also accepted as a real entity. That is a message here. Then Dvitiyo dosha iti. Na kevalam doshadvayasya praptihi apitu Vedanta matahanam cha. Not just the defect is, it's not that there are only two defects, there is another defect, that is Vedanta matahanam cha. So the true purport of the Vedanta Shastra, that is also is being compromised now. So Vedanta matasya advaitasya hanam tyagaha bhavishyati prarabdha grahana rupasya dvaitasya yatharthyad ityartha. When Prarabdha is being accepted as a second entity, then there is Dvaitam. So the true purport of the Vedanta, which is Advaitam, that will be lost, that will be compromised. So that is another dosha. Okay, we will Tarhi kim pratipattavyam. Okay, if such is the case, what have we to understand? What is the correct understanding? That we will take up in the next class and the session here. Shriharim Paramanandam Upadeshtaramishwaram Vyapakam Sarvalokanam Karanam Tam Namamyaham Aparokṣānubhūti Prokṣate Moksha Siddhaye Sadbhireva Prayatnena Vikshaniya Muhurmuhu Shastram Shadira Mimamsa Devastu Parameshwaraha Acharya Shankaracharya Santune Janmajanmani Vidyavinaya Sampannam Vitaragam Vivekinam Vande Vedanta Tattvajnam Vidushekara Bharati Om Tatsat.